Do not let these jobs stress you out and scare you. Yes, I know most of us go to work because we need a check, not because we want one, but because we absolutely need it for shelter and food. And we also need it, perhaps we have shelter and food, but we need shelter in a better neighborhood. Maybe the neighborhood that you live in right now is riddled with crime. You hear gunshots, you have people drag racing, the people have no morale or low morale. They just don't give a, and you want to get away from people like that. So you absolutely need your job. So what happens when you start a new job? And you're really a shy person, a real timid person, right? Of course, you don't really have to have this personality when you start a new job because everybody feels a little shy, a little timid, or intimidated when they first start a new job. But when you are already shy and timid, it is like 10 times worse. And especially if you are not learning your job in a timely manner. I mean, you're not learning your job in a timely manner. It's not just up in your head, but they have absolutely come to you and they have brought this to your attention. And you haven't even been on a job 90 days. You have been on a job like 60 days, going on 90 days, and things just aren't looking good for you. So, when you finally build up some courage and you try to dot your I's, cross your T's, and do your work in a timely manner, they come throwing you this crazy file. And then on top of that, someone is in your file and it slows you up. It slows down your progress because you were flowing. So, but just at the end of the day, you got saved by the bell because when you were about to send off your document, you got an error message. And the error message wasn't because of you. The error message was because of a system glitch that you later found out about. But because they had already spoke with you, they had called you in the office, you are so scared. You are trying your best to never ever make an error. You want to make sure that all your T's are crossed, all your I's are dotted. You want to do everything to perfection. So even though you were slowed down earlier and you got this message and you were told eventually that it was a system error and you're supposed to get your documents out before the end of the day. But because of all this fear, instead of saying, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get these documents out today. And it's not my fault. It was the system fault. You can't see this. Instead, the only thing that you can see is, oh my gosh, if I don't get it out today, if I don't get it out today, they're going to be on me because they were on me before. They're saying I don't move fast enough. They don't think I comprehend. And you comprehend. You absolutely do. But now you're just bombarded with this fear. And now you sent out these documents, which was dumb because why would you send out these documents when you know it is the end of the day? If someone were to respond to those documents, who is going to answer? There's nobody going to be around to answer. Of course, there is somebody who's going to be around, but it's not going to be you. So that person who's going to do the answering is going to be like, hey, I have to do her work again because she's not getting the stuff out in a timely manner. What you should have done, instead of being overwhelmed with fear or filled with fear, you just should have had the courage and say, look, I'm not going to get this done today. And it's not my fault. It's a system glitch. It's the company's fault. You have to be brave. You have to have courage. But of course, you do want to watch your tone. But my point is, you cannot let a job or bosses fear monger you because then you're not going to think straight. And now you have just probably put the spotlight on you again, which is a negative spotlight because you sent this out. And they may even ask you, why did you send this out? You know it was the end of the day. You knew you were not going to be able to respond, and you did it because of fear. You acted out of fear. You can't even think in a rational way. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want them coming up for me. I don't want them on my back. Oh my gosh. Paranoid. You have to be courageous in the workplace. Who knows what's going to happen? I will have to give you an update.